Alright, let's go to our lesson. Understanding niche in digital product selling. Truly yours, Miss Claire. So let's focus on what are you going to gain with this video. So the learning objectives that we will have will be at the end of this video or lesson, you will be able to define what a niche is in the context of digital product selling, and you will also know the different categories of niches and the different examples. Okay, every niche category I gave 10 examples for you to know. Okay, and that is more focused on your mind, or which is your knowledge. Next is analyze your interests, strengths, and market needs to choose a suitable niche. So this focuses on your skill. All right. So it's if you are a digital product seller, you're just not aiming for income. Okay. Let's cut off the thought that an individual should only have knowledge and skills. We should also tap in the heart. Okay? You should always be beauty, brains, and heart. Okay? Don't forget the attitude, guys, because knowledge and skills are useless if you don't have the right attitude. Take note, intelligence will bring you to success, but it will always be your attitude that would keep you there. So, the most important thing is heart. Appreciate the importance of choosing a niche with a purpose. So, it's not enough that you're knowledgeable, you are skillful, but the question is, are you happy with the niche that you are focusing with? Are your audience or your target market is also happy with the product that you have produced or that you have sell? No, right? If it's not, then you don't have this. You don't have the heart. So what you do will really reflect on the products that you're gonna create or the service that you're gonna provide, because digital product selling, guys, also encompasses with customer experience and customer service. If you, as the digital product seller, don't have the right experience, or you're just burned out while you're creating your digital products, of course your product will also look burned out. Okay, and your market can experience that or would see that in your product. So make sure. Okay, so how do you do the appreciation? You can do the appreciation by showing a growth mindset and openness to testing and refining your niche based on your digital selling journey and the feedback that you are going to receive from your buyers, from your students if you're doing courses and everything. Okay, so now let's jump into the, what do you call this one? To the lesson itself. What is a niche? Okay, so a niche refers to a specific segment of a market that targets a particular audience or need. Okay? It can be defined by various factors such as interest, demographics, or pain points. Okay? Again, pain points. So, and then not here. So, in layman's term or simple terms, a niche is a focused topic or area that you create content or products around. So, instead of selling everything to everyone, you are selling something helpful to someone specific. Okay, someone specific. Who are the specific that we are talking about? So example, if you're just gonna say I'm selling Canva templates, so who are that Canva templates for? Because there are a lot of Canva templates, guys. PowerPoint Canva templates, resume Canva templates, um events Canva templates, ebook Canva templates, and what kind of ebook are we talking about, or what kind of Canva templates are we going to create or to offer to our audience. So the focus niche would be, you're gonna rephrase that. You're gonna narrow this broad term. You can say, I sell Canva templates for real estate agents. Now, that is your focus niche or niche. Okay? So, next is, why is niche important? Can I just create Canva templates that I want? No. Okay. Here is the different importance of finding a niche. So, target audience. Niche can help you understand who your ideal customers are, who you are selling to. You don't sell to everyone, guys. If you're gonna sell to everyone, then you don't know your own brand. Okay? So you need to have your own brand that focuses on a particular part of the community or particular type of people. Okay? Next is less competition. If you know your niche, smaller niches can have less competition, making it easier to establish your own brand. Okay, so it means, let's say, if you have this particular niche that you are the only person who creates an ebook with videos, then you can do that. Or you can have, let's say, uh, what they call this one, an ebook on how to create um, technology or AI things. Like, you are gonna share an ebook where it talks about um, changing a particular ordinary thing to an extraordinary. Like what I saw in TikTok, guys, that um, they are like using a trash can. They they invented a trash can that is AI, that was built in with an AI. Oh, that can be your particular niche. Like, you're gonna create an ebook. So you're gonna sell ebook wherein that focuses how to turn ordinary things into extraordinary. Right? Because you're the only person who can think that. And you can even have a demo. You can have a tutorial in your YouTube channel. Like, you're gonna maximize everything, guys. Okay? You're gonna maximize, like, putting an ebook with wordy instructions, and you can also have a demo via video or using your YouTube channel. Okay? And then next is, if ever you're gonna have that one, of course you're gonna have high conversion rates. So tailored products can resonate better with a specific audience, leading to higher sales. Okay? And lastly, brand loyalty. Focusing on a niche can create a community of loyal customers or even faithful customers who feel connected to your brand. If you're the only person that they can feel like, this is the trademark of Miss Claire. She gives knowledgeable courses with a heart. Like, it does not only focuses on skills and knowledge itself, it also focuses on the heart. Okay. And then next is, okay, here are the things that I wanted you to know that I promise you. So here are the top digital product niches categorized, 10 product ideas each. For example, this is I put it in number 1 because I am a graduate with a bachelor's degree in elementary education, general education. So number one, first category is education, students, or study tools. So this helps students, teachers, or tutors improve productivity and learning. Oh, here you already know your niche based on people. So these are your potential audience or target market: students, teachers, ESL teachers. It can also be parents who has students, and etc. So here are the digital product ideas that you can offer: study planners, specific subject flashcards, printable worksheets, student budget tracker, homework schedule templates, study habit trackers, educational ebooks, how to write a thesis, Canva flashcard templates, exam prep checklists, academic resume templates, and many more. Okay? The second one is business and entrepreneurs for small business owners, solopreneurs, and online service providers. So here are the top 10 digital product ideas that you can offer if you're gonna tap down with this category, business and entrepreneurs. Okay. Next, the third one is health, fitness, and wellness. So these are for people interested in physical and mental health. So here are the top 10 digital product ideas that you can offer if you're gonna focus on this kind of category. Next is number four, parenting and family. So this focuses on helping mothers and dads or fathers and families stay organized and joyful. So here are the top things like family chore charts, kids' activity printables, daily routine planners, school lunch planners, pregnancy journals for mothers, baby milestone cards, and many more. And the fifth one is wedding and events. So these are targeted more on couples, event planners, and DIY brides. Okay? And here are the top 10 digital product ideas that you can offer if you're gonna focus on this category. Next one is, of course, with the heart. Okay. Faith, spirituality, and religious category. So these are for people who want faith-based or spiritual guidance tools. Okay. This focuses on Bible study journals, prayer card printables, daily devotionals, gratitude journals, scripture wall art, and many more. All right. Next is number seven, lifestyle and self-development. So these category target those looking to improve daily life habits and mindset. Like for example, you can offer them morning routine planners, digital goal setting journals, vision board kits, 30-day challenges, gratitude habits, bucket list templates, and many more. Number eight, finance and budgeting category. So this is for individuals, couples, or freelancers managing money. And here are the top 10 digital product ideas that you can offer in this category. Number nine, hobbies and DIY or do it yourself. So these are for creative people, hobbies like crafters, artists, or home decors. So here are the top 10 digital product ideas or the things that you can sell in this category. And lastly, number 10, creatives and artists. So these are for digital creators, designers, photographers, artists, and many more. So here are the top 10 digital product ideas that you can offer under this category. And of course, if you already know the different niches in each category, how can you narrow it down if you have already chosen one? Okay, so to niche down in simple steps, so what you need to answer this question first, or you need to ask this question to yourself and answer it on your own. Okay, what are you good at? Okay, are you good at designing? Are you good at teaching? Are you good at planning? Me, on my end, I am good in teaching. And I was already honed how to design PowerPoint presentations, design worksheets. I also know how to plan because teachers have this lesson planning. So I'm all of the above here. So I know this. So that's my answer to this question. Okay. Number two, who do you want to help with? Okay, so you need to ask that question. And for me, if I'm going to answer this question on my own, the people that I want to help to are students. Students, parents who have kids, teachers. Okay, and number three, what problems can I solve? What problems can you solve with a digital product? So is it time, stress, or organization? For me, every this one is I can tap down to this and categorize it. Like for example, for time, I can create a daily planner or time planner for students in their academic life, or like do a stress management when it comes to if there are already hectic performance tasks that students are having difficulty with. I can make a stress planner or stress planner, stress tracker. Like I'm gonna teach them on how to prioritize, how to prioritize all the academic deadlines that they have, like prioritize in which one they need to do first, what identify what are the things that are important, then put it down in numerical order. Okay, and then organization, since teachers are very good when it comes to organization, I have that skills that I can share to my students on how do I organize things, or how do I organize documents, especially if there are a lot of performance tasks to do, especially if they're just using a laptop or a cell phone. How do they organize their photos or gallery when it comes to academic screenshots that they have seen in Google? So that's how I'm very, very detailed, guys. I'm very OC. And I can share that because I was once a student before. During college, I was very focused on time management, stress management, and organization because I don't want to mess things up. Okay. Even my folders in my laptop is very organized per subject. And each folder even has like a specific subfolder, like this is for performance tasks, this one is for quizzes, these are for lessons or powerpoints, like that. So yeah. And then of course reminder. Okay, reminder again, you don't have to serve or sell to everyone. Just serve some specific demographic very well, and the smaller your niche is, the clearer your product and the stronger your connection is to your audience. Okay? So, again, did we hit our objectives? So, let's have it here. Did we hit it? Again, let's go here. So, were we able to hit it? So, yes, right? We were able to define what a niche is. Okay, in the context of digital product selling, we also know the top 10 categories and each digital product ideas that you can offer in each category. And here next, analyze your interests, strengths, and market needs to choose a suitable niche. Yes, we were able to analyze our interests because for sure, as I have discussed, the 10 categories of niches is your interest has ignited already, right? What are the interests that you want? Oh, I want to focus on educational stuff because my interest is creating planners, creating journals, and templates and everything, right? And then you would, from there in your interest, you would know which is your strength. Me as a teacher, I am very good when it comes to planning. I'm very good when it comes to organization, and I'm also very good when it comes to PowerPoint presentations because I know how to align my objectives to every part of the lesson because I was trained for that way back when I was in college 4 years ago. Take note, I have a degree in elementary education, general major in general education, okay, for 4 years, and I have not forgotten those lessons. Okay, and number six, oh, appreciate the importance of choosing a niche. So in here, this is still a work in process or in progress, guys, because you need to show it, like you need to do A/B testing, okay, on what is really the niche that is important to you and to your audience. Okay, and then you need to accept constructive criticism for you to appreciate the product that you have created. Okay, and yeah, I do hope so that you learned something from me. So thank you for listening for this presentation, and don't forget to like, share, and follow, and even comment in the comment section on what you have learned. All right, and don't forget to like and subscribe in my YouTube channel. So thank you, and follow for more, and kita kits on the next video. Bye for now.